Okay, in this part of this introductory video, I will talk about, it's a kind of plug, an ad if you like, what are the trade-offs between free proffing and wage proffing. So free prof is somebody like me who gives YouTube lectures for free at comprehensively, so hundreds of courses, so making it possible for somebody to teach themselves for free. Okay, so these topics on the left-hand side here, and a few here on the right-hand side, they are various points in this context. So these lectures are free. Now, if you're a parent and you have a very bright, let's say 18-year-old, very bright, who gets into Harvard in the US, that will put you back in terms of student fees about $40,000 a year. So if, let's say a 4-year undergrad course, that's $160,000. That is expensive, right? So by free proffing, if large numbers of other professors, put here, influence other free profs. So I hope by setting an example of creating, filming, camcording hundreds, comprehensively lectures in particular fields. So my specialty would be pure math and math physics, but other free profs could do the same thing in their fields, psychology, sociology, law, whatever. Okay? So provide the means that people all over the planet can educate themselves effectively for free, and then we can get rid of this kind of phenomenon, like $40,000 a year. I mean, it's just nuts, right? Okay, now there are lots of advantages of free proffing from the point of view of the student, the student. So effectively, it's non-real time. So if you're a conventional student and you're sitting in a classroom listening to a wage prof rambling on, and well, say you're young, and say the night before you got distracted because you were revering, you were thinking about the wonderful time you had the night before with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and you're in a reverie for 5 or 10 minutes, and you just miss what the professor was saying. It's just gone. So if you've lost it, you've lost it. You can't get it back. Whereas with a YouTube type lecture, as what the free profs are offering, then you can rewind, right? You can look at some 5 minutes or whatever of some explanation, and if you don't understand it, or if it went too fast, well, you can stop it and rewind, go back. So that's a huge advantage. So you can do this as many times as you like until you get it. That's a very big plus. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're distracted. You can learn at your own pace. A huge advantage. So if you're doing, say, I don't know, M2, second year master's, or PhD level 1 in, say, pure mathematics, it gets hard. You need to be an alpha. Defined in previous sections. An alpha, A-L-F-A-I spell it, is somebody in the top percentile or top 1% of intelligence in the population. So you need to be smart. Okay, so if you're a bottom alpha in a PhD pure mathematics class, let's say, and the level of abstraction and the speed that the professor is talking or lecturing at, if that's too fast for you, then you may miss stuff. But by looking at YouTube videos and so forth, you can go at your own pace. So if you're really bright, you may want to go faster than the speed that the wage prof is going at. And so you can just, you could do several lectures a day if you wanted to, if you understand them. You can go at your own pace. So that should make things a lot easier, far more flexible for people who are really bright. Okay, so learn at your own pace. An expanded audience. Now, if you're a wage prof giving a lecture in a classroom, then maximum you may be lecturing to maybe several hundred students. That would be a big classroom. Right? Typically at graduate level, you might be lecturing to, I don't know, 20 or so grad students, that kind of thing. So, but that's chicken feed. That's nothing in comparison to the potential size of your audience. If you're good, if you're a good professor, interesting, and so on. You could have an audience literally of millions. So, big plus. Now, of course, you have to compete with other professors, and if I were, let's say, a Harvard professor, I would be far more brilliant, perhaps more engaging, and would be able to give you a much better lecture. Don't deny that. I mean, of course, there'll be competition, and that's good. It's good for the students, right? More choice. Okay. Flexible time length lectures. So I just talk until I feel I'm done, right? I don't have to watch the clock too much. Well, I do for YouTube upload time constraint reasons. I do have to watch things in that sense. But I can cut it up. I can cut up the video. So I'm as a free prof, I'm much less constrained in terms of the length of a lecture that I give. Right? I can talk for 5 minutes. I can talk for hours. No constraint that way. Right? Greater range of lectures. So when I was deciding on which courses to teach and to put on my list on this tab, Digeris MPC, which lectures would I give? One of the big early questions was, well, how many lecture sets or courses on a particular topic would I give? Would I just choose one, which is pretty well, like, if you're a physics student and you want to do, say, quantum mechanics, then probably there'll just be one course taught at M1, for first year master's level, at your university. That's typical for economic reasons. But as a free prof, I don't have to be constrained that way. I can give as many as I like, and I do in certain basic topics like quantum mechanics. I give dozens, literally dozens of courses on more or less the same topic. So if you really want to plunge in and learn a topic thoroughly, then you can watch lots of courses, and you get the perspective. The different perspectives of different authors who see things differently. So you get a broader and deeper appreciation of the topic, and that's a big plus. Another plus of free proffing versus wage proffing, right? All under one roof, sort of the Walmart slogan. So if now, like I was saying before, with 500,000 YouTube videos on university lectures already up on YouTube and similar institutions, you have quite a choice. But that's part of the problem, right? You have to go hunting around. So one of the advantages, well, once they're up, and it'll take time, of course, it's a disadvantage, but one of the advantages of going to Digeris MPC is that it's pretty comprehensive, right? With nearly 600 courses or lecture sets. You will very likely find, if you're a math or pure math or physics student, you'll highly likely to find what you're looking for. It'll be there because the range is comprehensive. That's my intention. So you can afford to be lazy. You just go to this site and this tab, and go down the list, an alphabetical list. For example, in pure math, maybe the first one is, I need to check, but maybe abstract algebra. And you just go down this list alphabetically until you find the topic